I've heard of a case in the magistrate's court. The case was about the father, sharing his land to his sons or his children. They all were given equal shares of property, and one of the sons left, and he was away for many years. And when he returned to Kiribati, he saw that his portion of land, which is by the seaside, been depleted by about 19 meters or so. Well, he asked his other siblings if they could sit together and redistribute. Naturally, the other siblings were not very happy with that idea. And so he took the case to court, asked the court if there could be a redistribution of the land. The court at the end decided that there would be no new distribution. He'll have to expend money to regain his 19 meters, which is lost through no fault of his, but is the impact of the climate change.
If you're going to get forced out of your home, essentially, and then you're going to have to look at the causes and who is to blame for this stuff, and then that brings it raises some complicated issues of causation and the science involved in it and other things. So it's going to be a very challenging area for the judges, I think, for the courts.
There's a clear benefit to having judges work together in climate change and environmental matters. Legal systems are facing new and unique challenges in addressing the impacts of climate change. This is particularly the case in the Pacific.
Having got the courts started, it's an important thing, I think, to move on and get the lawyers capable of presenting cases to the courts in the Pacific. So the more we can, as judges, collaborate, talk to each other, assist each other, and get the lawyers to do the same, the better quality will be any cases that come before the courts in the Pacific nations.
Everybody's got to move very quickly to get ahead of this thing, not just wait around for someone to take the lead and hope that we can share notes, as it were. We've got to work together. And I think that all the nations in the Pacific are not only well placed, critically required to work together.
We must be convinced with the fact that it affects everybody, whether we judges or not. So yes, as judges we have to take active role in see how we can protect climate change and the environment.
My view really is, leave the Pacific Islanders on their own, they're vulnerable. But if we can have a collective approach to this, with a bigger one like Papua New Guinea, Fiji can take on the leadership and bring all the smaller ones together and then advance it as a regional approach that might work well for the Pacific. I cannot be a deputy chief judge or a judge even for that matter, let alone a human being, unless the environment for me to live is there.